Before you begin writing any research paper, it's important to have a plan or a layout, a blueprint for how you're going to organize things in your paper. And the outline feature in Noodle Tools is perfect for that. So get to the outline feature. You go and log in, choose the project that you're working on, and from your dashboard, you're actually going to want to go to the Note Cards feature. It doesn't say outline. The outline is part of the Note Cards feature. So we're going to choose that. And the outline feature is on the right-hand side of the screen over here in green. That's the part where you're going to do your work for this. It puts Roman numeral number 1 in other words, your topic. And you can edit that by double-clicking on it, and then you can change the words that are in there. Let's pick a topic. We'll pick a topic like something simple, dogs. So I'm doing a research paper, and the topic of my paper is dogs. Now to add to this, this is my introductory paragraph, all you have to do is hit this green arrow with the white plus on it, or this green button. When you hit that, it adds another line. It gives me automatically an A. I can do the next topic underneath dogs, or if I go up here and I want to maybe make a Roman numeral 2 first instead of an A, just hit this decrease indent button and it'll pull it out. But I do want to add some sentences to my introductory sentence. In fact, I want to add 3. Now you don't necessarily have to know exactly what's going to be on each one, but I know that my first sentence in my introductory paragraph, I want it to be a broad statement. A broad statement about dogs, like dogs are known throughout the world, or people throughout the world own dogs. Something very broad. Everyone has a dog. Well, not everyone does, but countries throughout the world have dogs. If I add another, it gives me a Roman numeral 1. I can add details about my broad sentence, but I'm not ready to do that yet. I want to make a narrow statement here. Double click on that. I'm going to narrow my topic down a little bit. I might narrow it down to a specific breed of dog or a specific class of dogs. And then if I add one more, that's where I want to add my thesis statement, and I can do that. There's my thesis statement. So that's the plan for my introductory paragraph. 3 sentences, and that's what I'm going to use. Now I want to move on. I make another paragraph, but notice it didn't go the way I wanted it to. It made a subtopic and then subtopic A. I want this 1 to come out and be a Roman numeral 2 for my second paragraph. New paragraphs should be Roman numerals. And I can put my topic for my second paragraph there. Here, subtopic A, what is the first sentence or the second sentence I want in my paragraph? And I can keep adding. Maybe I want a detail there. And then if I add again, oops, I don't want a letter A. I want this to come out and be my second sentence. I'm going to decrease that indent once again. If I did want to add another detail, I can increase the indent with this other button. So these 2 arrows right here are our decrease indent and increase indent, and they work together. Now, if I want to move something up and down in my outline, for instance, if I put poodles as my topic for this part of the paper, and I've decided, well, I don't want to do poodles here, I want to do them up here instead. I want to do them first. All you do is highlight that one, and this little toggle right here will move things up and down in your outline. So I'm going to move poodles up. And when I hit that, you'll notice it switches and they moved up 1 spot. So I'm going to continue to finish my outline using these switches. I'm going to add, but I don't want that to be a 3rd paragraph. I know every paragraph needs to have at least 5 sentences. There's my third sentence, my fourth, my fifth, and I'm going to add a conclusion. I might add more details under each one of these topics, under each one of these subtopics. I want this one to be my topic sentence. And these to be the topics within my paper. So now that I've finished, this is how I want it laid out. Maybe I've decided that this subtopic right here I don't really need. So to get rid of something in the outline, you just use the red X. We'll do that now. Hit the red X. It's going to ask me, am I sure? And yes, I am. And there it goes. That went away. Now I'm looking at my outline. It's a pretty good plan. It's an introduction and a paragraph with 5 sentences and a conclusion. I like the way it looks. So to print it, the print button is over here. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. I want outline only. I don't want to print it with my note cards like this says because I haven't put any note cards in it yet. We'll learn how to do that later. I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And Noodle Tools generates it for me. I can save it in my H drive and I can print it out right there to turn into the teacher. But that's the plan for my paper.